So today I am going to discuss about how to create a framework in Swift. Today I am going to discuss about how to create a framework in Swift and what is framework in iOS and Swift. So first of all, what is framework? A framework is a bundle. A bundle is a structured directory. Bundle is a structured directory that contain a dynamic shared library along with associated resources such as nib files, image files, and header files. When you develop an application, your project links to framework one or more frameworks. For example, iPhone application project linked by default to Foundation, UIKit, and Core framework. Your code access the capabilities of a framework through the application programming interface API, and which is published by the framework through the header files because the library is dynamically shared application shared, and multiple application can access the framework code. Multiple application can access the framework code and resources simultaneously. The system load of code and resources of a framework into memory as needed and share the one copy of a resources among all of application. So this is a simply definition of this framework. We can use of consider example on this. So first of all, we can create on this project, create a new project, framework, select on this application, selecting the framework, create on this new framework. Suppose framework name is a print person name, print person name, which have a framework name, print person name. Suppose, and another name is accessibility on this. So this is a create on this project framework. Sorry, create on this framework, and command N. So this is a Swift file. Write your code in the Swift file. So we're gonna create on this class. This is a public class. We're gonna create on this public class print. Sorry, we're gonna create on this class name. Suppose person name is class. We're gonna create this lambda, and we're gonna create on this initializers in this class public. We're gonna create on this public. We're gonna create on this public init class initializer. We need to initialize on this class. So we can use of initializers, but not is empty. Another use of. So we're gonna create on this public function public function. Suppose which our function name is initializers, and which our function name suppose is a print age, which have a function name, and this is a requirement of function. Requirement of this function is the age, which is type of age, and we can use of which is type of integer, and we're gonna create on this function lambda, and we can use of print age. Print, this is a your age is your age. Okay, we can use a print statement your age, and this is a age print on this. So this is complete on this method. So simply use of framework. How to create framework? What is framework? So this is a like list. For example, this is a class, public class, and use of framework. Suppose which have done, and we can create on this framework. So this is our create on, and use of project in the framework. Sorry, framework use of project in the framework. So we're gonna create on this new project. Create a new project. Select app, and which have project name use framework. Which have project name use framework. We're gonna create on this project. This is a project. This is a view deployed method. This is a firstly call on this view did load method in the UI kit. Okay, so we can import on this framework. So firstly we can use framework our project in the use print person name. Sorry, print person name. So this is name which is type of string, and print name is a function name, and this is a name which have project name. Print person name, this is a person name, and public we can use of completely on. So we can product and is a framework show in finder, and so we can access command and show in finder. So this is a test person framework. Remove this framework and remove this test person test print person name. We can use file command and press, and we can use of our use framework file. Remove this file and use of framework setting, use of framework our project setting, and framework libraries and embedded content. You can use of content framework libraries and embedded content plus add on this framework. Suppose which have framework name, which have our framework name print person name, which have print person name. Import add on this framework print person name, add on this framework. Okay, and we can set on this check on this build faces link binaries with libraries. Link binary with libraries is a print person name. Okay, we can import on this function. So we can use of framework import on this framework. Import our framework name is print person name, which have print person name. Import on this framework command s and use of our did load method. So let instance on this framework, let person is equal to person command shift के clean project, run on this project, launch on this project. We can remove this error print person name is accessible, run on this project, access on this access only accessible use. So we can let we can instance on this print person name our class let person is equal to person which have person name is product and use of file. This is a file name is class, this is a person, and sorry file name is file. We can create a shift file public class person printage. We can use of printage. So we control class person we're gonna create on this instance person class person, and person dot add name command shift के clean on this project. So we can check on this power files name, suppose which are file name is person name which have our project framework project, and use of our framework view controller, and is a print person name person dot add name. So which have run on this project. Let person equal to person dot so we can check on this method. This is a public method, public function print name. Our method is public function print name, print name which is type of string. Suppose which have value string is Risalat, and you can run on this. Your name is equal to Risalat. We can use of import on this framework and change on this. Suppose which have your name and command S, and we can use of our framework command and view controller. So this is the accessibility on the view controller. Your name is equal to Risalat. Print on this statement your name to Risalat. Suppose which have add on this another statement. Your name is equal to Risalat, and okay, we can run on this project. Your name is equal to Risalat, and we can our framework, and we can add on this framework. So this is a framework. Add on this framework folder. Our this use framework is our project. We can add on this another one. This is your name. This is a use function on this, and other add on this function our person classes. We can add on this other function. Suppose whichever we can create on this public open. We can use of open which use of our right and open function suppose which have a public print age, which have function name print age, which is type of age parameter, which is type of integer, and we're gonna create on this lambda on this print your age comma print age. We can use of another function. We are going to create another function, and this is another function. This is print age and print name. We can use of two function command s, and this is a framework project is pun. Framework folder is remove, and we can access of this print age. So let person equal to person is a framework import on a framework name. Let person dot print name, and we can use a person dot print name and print age, which is age suppose 620 year, and we can run on this. So command shift K, clean on this project, command shift K, and run on this. Print age, we can access on this person print age. We can now check on this public function print accessibility on this print age. Suppose 30 is age. We can run on this project, and you can remove we can use of command shift K and run on this project. Check on this error, no such module use framework. Remove this use framework. We can use of command shift K, clean on this project, run on this project. So remove on this age function, we can accessibility on this project. So this is the error on this our framework name. So we can check on this framework person and command shift K, command S. We can use a framework, our framework, and view controller. Suppose we can run on this project. Print person name, print person name, run on this project. Suppose we shall not create on this instance. No such module, print person. This is a print person, no such module. We can accessibility on this print person binary. Okay, we can remove on this framework, add on this, we can add on this framework. So this is a framework library and embedded content. Remove on this framework library embedded content. This is remove, and we can add on the print person name. Print person name, add on this framework. So this add on this framework print person name. Check on the build setting, and build setting is a build setting. Check on this. Build faces. Check on the link by library. Print person name is as is. We can use the print person name, run on this case. You can accessibility on this print person name. Launch our framework, and we can calling on this framework class. Let p person is equal to person. Let our person class on this framework class, and person dot print age and print name. We can use the accessibility on the two methods, print age and print name. Suppose which have a print age, suppose it's 23. Then on this procedure print age on this print age, your age 23. This is a 23 your age, and we can use a print your name person dot print name. Suppose which have a Risalat Sadiq. Name is Risalat Sadiq. Run on this project. Build phase. So we can your age is equal to your age 23. Your name Risalat Sadiq. So we can use the framework. So framework is an important point. Framework important one. Framework that contain dynamically shared library. Framework that contain dynamic shared library. Framework that contain dynamic shared library. This is the use of framework. Use of two function. Let person, we will import foundation, print person name, shift on supported on this. This is the, and UI kit by default on this framework. So this is the UI kit. UI kit default on this library UI kit, and this is a framework. So framework that contain dynamic shared library along with one resources such as code and image files and NIF files, and so multiple application can access framework code, and multiple applications. This is the one application. This is the one application of your project, and then multiple application of your product. We can add on this another method. Suppose which have add on this another method. Another method use of suppose open function. Suppose this is a open function. So which have function name is parent. Suppose we can function name is parent salary. This is salary, which is type of double. Float. We can create on this print function. your salary is suppose we have salary, we can add on this method command S and command shift K, clean on this project. We can add on this framework and use of our view controller. So this is a person dot, add on this person dot, we can run on this project. Suppose we have run on this project, so person, remove on this method and run on this case, we can run on this project. So this is a success on this library. Your age 23, your name Saleh Sadiq, and we can use of your salary, person dot print salary, which have parameter on this salary, which is, so say salary, okay, we can add on this salary, we can run on this project, we're gonna run on this project. So add your salary. Your salary is 1 lakh per month. Your salary is 1 lakh per month. Add on this project. So this is the use of framework and use of framework. So a framework is bundle that contain a dynamic shared library along with associated resources such as NIF files, image files, and header files. And when you develop an application, your project link on one or more project framework. Link on this your project UIKit, suppose UIKit Foundation, and other projects. So thank you for watching this video. We can use of enjoy framework create in this Swift.